We make provision for 3 subsectors of general government in macroeconomic statistics: central government, state governments, and local governments.
Not all countries have all 3 subsectors. In countries that have only a central government, the central government equals the general government sector. Or a country may have a central government and one other level of government, such as local governments. Countries may have more than 3 subsectors. In such a case, the general government units should all be classified to one of these 3 subsectors.
Governments may also have social security funds.
Because of their role in fiscal policy, we should compile GFS and PSDS for all social security funds as a separate subsector of the general government sector.
In practice, though, countries can present social security funds in one of 2 alternative sets of subsectors.
All social security funds could be combined into a separate subsector, and all other general government units could be classified according to the subsectors they belong to. In this case, the central, state, and local government subsectors would comprise all government units other than social security funds, or
social security funds could be classified according to the subsector of the government that organizes and manages them.
The general government would then consist of central, state, and local governments, assuming all 3 levels of government exist. And social security funds would be included in these subsectors. It may be possible to create subsectors at each level of government. We base this on whether the units in the subsector are financed by the legislative budgets of that level of government or by extra-budgetary sources. In other words, we distinguish between budgetary and extra-budgetary units, irrespective of the treatment of social security funds.
The budgetary component would typically comprise only the main or general budget. The extra-budgetary component refers to those entities outside the main budget and would comprise the remaining entities, other than social security funds, that constitute that subsector of government.
The split between the budgetary and extra-budgetary components of the general government's subsectors allows for a more direct comparison between budget data and the budgetary outcome data, both in GFS and PSDS formats.
It is most important to ensure that the GFS and PSDS compiled for each subsector of the general government cover all units that constitute that subsector. We are not too concerned about which entities are classified as budgetary and which as extra-budgetary, because this grouping depends on country-specific circumstances.